long after harvest, Lyman Ag is there year after year. Expert guidance, trusted partnership, proven products. And remember, at Lyman Ag Supply, their goal is your profitability. Call Lee 712-249-4988.
To speak to a representative, press 2.
That's no way to be greeted when you're calling about an insurance claim. This is Tony with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. When you buy a policy through us for your home, auto, business, or life, we are your point of contact. We're local, so you may hear from us before you even think to call. That's the difference with Brocker Carnes & Carnes and Auto Owners Insurance. Call us for a free, competitive quote at Brocker Carnes & Carnes, representing Auto Owners Insurance.
Back at the John J. Harris
KSOM
Invitational.
96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
Back at the John J. Harris Invitational. Chris Varney along with you. Michael Scherf in the studio, and Jack McKee is here on video. Let's update you some of the action already in the first round. At 150 pounds, Calvin Hayes of Atlantic is the number 1 seed with a record of 22-10, and he cruised in the first round, beating Ben Buckingham of Central Decatur 9-2. His next opponent will be Ben Blizek of Centerville, who won 6-3 over Carson Cooper of Southwest Valley. Also at 150, Nathan Romer of Mount Ayr wins by fall at 109 over Mason Johnson of Nottoway Valley. His next opponent is Mason Hauser of Riverside, a freshman who wins by fall in 35 seconds over Emmett Coomer of Clarinda. Luke Cleaver is the number 2 seed in the weight class of Missouri Valley. He won by fall over Cale Hinch of Winterset. Meanwhile, Dayton Gooseman of Red Oak wins by tech fall at 21-3 over his opponent Austin Wagner of Panorama. Luke Cleaver, Cleaver will face Gooseman in the next round. Colby Brammer of Creston gets the win over Noah Goodwin of Tri-Center 7-5. It came right down to the wire in that one. And Ryder Klein, the number 2 seed in that weight class at 150. He's ranked 10th in the state in Class 1A. He won his first round match over Hudson Perkins of Griswold by fall at 149. So there are your brackets. They're already through the first round at 150 pounds. Updating what's going on at 106. Hunter Hussing of Mo Valley is the number 1 seed. He's 31-6, a sophomore, and he will face. Did not get the winner of that match. That was Colton Herrig of. That's over in the other gym. Colton Herrig of Nottoway of Riverside, or Bentley Cavan of. I don't know what that initial is. Sometimes these initials get you befuddled. Bedford. It's BEDF. I always thought it was Bettendorf, but it's Bedford. And we'll get you the update on that. We'll get that for you. That was in the other gym. I do know that Weston Adams of Mount Ayr defeated Bentley Heron of Central Decatur by fall at 59 seconds. We'll update the rest of 106 and get you caught up to date on other matches as they're rolling on. First round of the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament. And we're back in 1 minute on KSOM KS95.
Do the right thing, the best thing, do the battery thing. Grab a battery from Atlantic or Audubon Ag & Auto, your full-service, locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts store. Look, you've already had the "you need a new battery" talk for her car. No need to point fingers, start arguments, or test out the comfort level of that couch again. Why risk waking Precious up at 6 a.m. to jumpstart the car? Talk about a flat tire Friday. Avoid the Monday massacre, stay warm, and keep everyone's morning drama-free with the fresh CarQuest battery from Atlantic and Audubon Ag & Auto.
According to the mission statement for Conductix Wampler, they are a leading global provider of energy and data transmission solutions to keep their customers' vital business moving. Basically, they care about the health and well-being of their employees, clients, and the community. Their goal is to do zero harm to the environment, and they understand that as a company, they are only as good as the people they have working for them. Conductix Wampler is a proud supporter of all area students and the community.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
All All right, back at the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament, and we did get the update there. 106, Colton Herring of Riverside was the winner, 13-7 over Bentley Cavan of Bedford. So Herring will face Hussing, the top seed of Mo Valley, in the next round. Adams, his next opponent will be Fisher Graves of Clarinda, who had a bye. Dayton Van Horn of Atlantic at 106 is the number 3 seed. He's ranked 12th in Class 2A. He had a bye. And his next opponent will be Benjamin Abild of Winterset, who is 14-16, a sophomore. He won 13-6 over Angel Gomez Perez of Clark. Also at 106, Sam Hansen of Panorama defeated Sladen Jones of Griswold by fall at 125. He'll face Josh Nelson, 4th ranked in 1A at 106 for Nottoway Valley. He's 31-4, a sophomore, who had a first-round bye. At 157 pounds, Tully Wood of Wayne is the top seed, and he got the win over Aaron Perez Jr. of Red Oak by a fall. No, he got a win. It was 12-2. No, it was a fall. Fall in 45 seconds for Wood. And his next opponent will be Matthew Nelson of Nottoway Valley. Nelson gets the fall over Judah York of Tri-Center in 55 seconds, so Nelson advances. This is a 157. Also in the brackets, Braden Tucker of Winterset took on Gunnar Amos of Griswold. And scrolling up, it looks like Amos pulled out the win for Griswold, 16-10. So Amos gets the win for the Griswold Tigers. The freshman, he improves to 13-19 on the season. We'll keep you updated on the action here in Corning at the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament. Our coverage presented to you by Lyman Ag Supply. And we'll have another update coming your way in 20 minutes or half an hour or so here on KSOM and KS95. I'm Chris Varney.
Hello, I'm Elvis Haas with Elvis Haas State Farm, and we're more than just an insurance agency. We're part of the community, and we hope to soon be part of 4824. Elvis Haas State Farm is there.
Farmers don't choose seeds from a brochure. They choose it from relationships built over time. That's why Lee Satoff with Channel Seeds at Lyman Ag Supply knows he's not just selling seed. He's helping protect your livelihood. From choosing the right products to checking crops through the season and standing with you long after harvest, Lyman Ag is there year after year. Expert guidance, trusted partnership, proven products. And remember, at Lyman Ag Supply, their goal is your profitability. Call Lee, 712-249-4988.
They just finished Mat 2. I didn't see the final result. Looked like it was Avila of Creston against Brylan Marks of Southwest Valley. I believe Marks got the win, but I didn't see the final there. I was watching Harder. And Harder trying to pin his guy, and he does. And the pin comes at 340. So Harder of Atlantic gets the win at 340 and advances to the next round. Jaden Harder ranked 8th at 157 pounds in 2A, and he's the 2 seed at this weight class. I have to go back and I'll get the results of that other one there and round out the 157 bracket. We're up to 165 now on Mat 1. Nate Bentley of Creston against Jacob McCargill, who was one of the best wrestlers in this tournament for Shenandoah. And he gets an easy takedown over Jacob Gerlach of Cam and then lets him up. On Mat 2, Max Shadow of Riverside going up against Drevin Smith of Atlantic. And there's no score there. McCargill leading 6-2. Boy, tough spot on Mat 2. They're in a pretzel there. McCargill with another takedown and trying to get Smith on his, trying to get Gerlach on his back. And darn near doing it. McCargill still working hard. And now the official is counting, so he's going to get near fall points. And McCargill about to finish off Gerlach. Gerlach is hanging on. He got back to his stomach. There's 4 near fall points. It makes it 13-2. I'm at 2. Shano leading Smith 3-2. Smith now yanks Shano the other way, and that's the end of that first period there. McCargill going for the pin on Gerlach, and he does with 19 seconds left of the first period, so officially 141 for McCargill. He's tough. That's his 43rd win of the year. He's 43-0 for Shenandoah, ranked second at 165 pounds in the state. Meanwhile, Smith for Atlantic still trailing 3-2. And they still got a ton of time here in the second period as Shano continues to ride Smith. This is interesting because Smith for Atlantic is 2A and Shano for Riverside is 1A. So there's going to be some interesting crossover here at this tournament with Creston, Winterset, Atlantic, 2A, Riverside, and Nottoway Valley are 1A powers. I guess Earlham was supposed to be here, but Earlham, I didn't see any Earlham wrestlers, so maybe they have a policy. I'm not sure about Earlham, but I don't see any Earlham wrestlers in any of the brackets, so they might not be able to come. Maybe they didn't have school today because of the cold. On mat 1, there's going to be a takedown for Fisher Buckingham of Wayne. And then the takedown was short-lived. Dane Carey of Griswold gets back up. Shano is hanging on for dear life on Smith. Smith just can't get up. Another takedown for Buckingham on Carey. No, not quite yet. Carey almost got around on him. Yeah, he did get the takedown. Almost got a reversal. Buckingham maintains control on mat 1. On mat 2, Shano continues to ride on Smith. And now Smith gets a reversal and takes the lead, 4-3. 18 seconds left. And now Shano gets up. We're tied at 4. 10 seconds left. This is turning into a good match here. Buckingham leading 6-1. Time running out. Well, there's still 40 seconds left in the first period. And that's the end of the second period between Shano and Smith. Drevin Smith of Atlantic, 33-10. He's a junior. Max Shano is rated 4th in 1A at 165. And he is a freshman at 29-6. So Smith starts out on top here in the third period. Shano needs to get up to take the lead. Shano's at his base. Smith doing a good job of riding right now. Shano trying to turn around, turn the tables. Good move by Smith to get him right back. Good job of riding by Smith. No advantage for either wrestler right now. Shano nearly got up. Smith continues to ride him. We're almost halfway through the final period. This is a first round match. Usually get a lot of pins in the first round, and you quickly move on. But this for a first round match, this is pretty good. Smith still riding him, and Shano is getting worn down a little bit. Smith trying to turn him, but Shano refusing to budge. He's riding him right underneath his armpits. And he's got good leverage with his legs. Now he tries to yank him forward, trying to get him in a cradle almost. He almost got a 1 count. He got 2 count. He got near fall points. He's going to get near fall points for it. And Smith takes the lead. He got 3 near fall points, and it's 7-4 Smith. Now he's got to hold on for 18 more seconds. Shano is at his base, but he's running out of time. 8 seconds left. What a job by Drevin Smith to ride out Max Shano the entire period, and he's going to get the win 7-4. An excellent period for Drevin Smith. We'll definitely have to mention that when we go on the air on KSOM in our next report. Meanwhile, I missed the finals, of course, of Cary and Buckingham. Over on Mat 1, it's now Nate Bentley of Creston and Mason Allen of Central Decatur. That's the problem, is when you get caught up in a match, you miss other stuff. Just imagine what it's like when you go to state with 8 mats. Well, that fall was in 24 seconds. Buckingham's fall was at 239. See, now we're getting falls. That's 23 seconds. Fry of Clark wins in 23 seconds over Braden Tillman of Clarinda. Schwartz was the other winner by 24 seconds. A Panorama over Allen of Missouri Valley. Bentley of Creston against Allen of Central Decatur. Allen leading 3-0. And now Derek Roche of Nottoway Valley against Gavin Wetzel of Southwest Valley as we move on to 175. Wetzel's the number 1 seed at 175. Southwest Valley didn't have a medal winner last year at this tournament. Wetzel gets an early takedown here against his opponent, Rash of Nottoway Valley. Rash 18 and 23, a junior. Wetzel 33 and 7, a senior. Wetzel had some big wins at the Ron Scott duels. He went 8 and 0. That was at Mount Air recently. Rash trying to get up there. We're about 5 or 6 minutes away from our next report on KSOM. We're live on KSOM, and then we re-air those reports on KS95. Allen of Central Decatur controlling over Creston's Bentley 11-3. Wetzel right now up 3-0. And there's the pin over on mat 1 for Central Decatur. I didn't see the time. I think it was 3:41. So Allen will face Fry. A couple quick pins there at 165. Wetzel gets another takedown, and he's out to a 6-1 lead with time running out in the first period. I thought he was going to let him up there. Well, he rolled over, got him. Now he's got near fall points. Good move by Wetzel on the rollover. He's going to get 3 out of that. Right at the end of the period, take a 9-1 lead. Over on mat 1, it's Angel Martinez of ACGC gets the early takedown over Austin Briner of Mount Air and out to a 3-0 lead. Martinez has been up and down so far this year. I think there's some ability there. I like this kid's heart, but he's only 20 and 15. I think he could be wrestling at a better record, but 165 is a tough weight class. You get to 165, you get to 175. These are where some of the experienced kids are. Wetzel gets another takedown and takes a 12-1 lead. Martinez had a hook, and now he's scrambling. And he gives up the escape. Martinez leads 3-1. Look for a shoot there. And they separate. Martinez of ACGC at 165 against Briner of Mount Air. Wetzel's getting near fall points. His head is popping up for Raj, so I don't think he's quite got him for a pin. But he's going to extend his lead. He's still working on it. Well, now he's got a better shot, better opportunity here. He's just got to twist him a little bit more. He's close, but yeah, there he got it. He got the pin. Wetzel worked hard, and he earned it. And the pin at 324. So Wetzel advances for Southwest Valley, the top seed at 175. And his opponent's already set, Noah Cox of Mo Valley. Martinez allows an escape in period 2 to start things off, and he's up 4-1. Jackson Pettigrew of Creston now against Jackson Allen of Riverside on mat 2. No? That doesn't look like it's Lennox against Clark. That's Laramie Stokes of Lennox against Eric Hernandez of Clark. We are 90 seconds from going on.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
Chris Vonnie broadcasting live of the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament. First round action here at Southwest Valley. Our coverage of the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament brought to you by Lyman Ag Supply. And updating some of the action now on 157 pounds. Again, when we left you, Tully Wood, the top seed there of Wayne, moves on. His next opponent is Matthew Nelson of Nottoway Valley. Gunnar Amos of Griswold, a winner. And his next opponent is Lucas Major of Shenandoah. He wins by tech fall at 423 over Hayden Bratz of Centerville. Jackson Gordon of Riverside is the 3 seed at 157. He wins by fall at 112 in the first round over Nathan Stewart of Mount Ayr. Gordon's 32nd win of the year. His next opponent will be Lane Stringer of ACGC, who's 11-7. He's been dealing with injuries this year, but he's healthy for one of the first times in a long time, and so he had a first-round bye. Jose Avila of Creston, a winner in the first round by fall at 314 over Brylan Marks of Southwest Valley. And Avila goes to 19-19 on the year, and his opponent is Jaden Harder of Atlantic, who wins by fall at 340 over Caden Kaufman of Lenox. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll return. We'll get to the 165-pound weight class. We'll update you also what's going on in the other gym. That's all straight ahead. Back in a minute on KSOM KS95.
This is Luke Meisheimer with Hoopy Holler Ranch. We are a family-owned and operated ranch offering grain-finished lamb and beef along with free-ranged eggs. We are offering many different cuts to grace your table. For more information, visit hoopyhollerranch.com or check us out on Facebook, or you can always contact me at 641-745-0531 or Jody at 402-210-1698. Raised on our ranch to feed your family.
Sometimes you got to go left to get it right. Lefties in Messina, to be exact. Since 1967, Lefties has been handling pump, plumbing, heating, trenching, and electrical duties for Southwest Iowans like you and me. But where Drew and the gang really excel is your plumbing and heating needs. Talk about handy. If you were to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, you'd have to call in an electrician and a plumber. With Lefties, you get both. For all your pump, plumbing, heating, trenching, and electrical, call Lefties at 712-779-3392 or Drew at 712-779-0016.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
All right, on to the 165-pound weight class, and this is going to be one of the toughest, most competitive weight classes of this tournament. There are a total of 6 wrestlers that are ranked in the top 15 in the state. Incredible field at 165. Jacob McCargill of Shenandoah. Nobody's tougher than him, maybe, in this tournament. Well, Ashton Arnold of Nottoway Valley, Drew Anderson of Riverside would have an argument with that. McCargill goes to 43-0. He wins by fall at 141 over Jacob Gerlach of Cam. McCargill advances to the next round. His next opponent will be Drevin Smith of Atlantic, who had an impressive 7-4 win over Max Shano of Riverside, who's ranked 4th in 1A. And Smith goes to 34-10 on the season. Smith rode out Shano the entire third period and was able to turn him on his back for 3 near-fall points and then rode him out the rest of the way for an impressive win for Smith. But it's going to get tougher now with McCargill in the next round. Blake Schwartz of Panorama is ranked 9th in 1A. He wins by fall over Drayson Allen of Mo Valley in 24 seconds. And Schwartz's next opponent is Fisher Buckingham of Wayne, who wins by fall to 239 over Dane Carey of Griswold. Buckingham rated 8th in Class 1A. Uriah Fry of Clark wins by fall in 23 seconds over Braden Tillman of Clarinda. And Fry is the 3 seed, and he's 35-2 now, a junior. His opponent will be Mason Allen of Central Decatur, who won by fall over Nate Bentley of Creston at 341. Allen ranked 6th in 1A. Angel Martinez of ACGC, we got to check on him. He was wrestling earlier on and did not get that final, so we'll have to get you that final as well. He was going up against Austin Briner of Mount Ayr, and Jax Jensen of Winterset also going up against Lucas James of Southwest Valley. So we'll get those results as soon as I can get to the computer. Updating you on what's going on at 1:13. We have the top seed is Sebastian Brooks of Winterset, who's ranked 10th. He wins by fall in 8 seconds. And his opponent next will be Hunter Kinsey of Atlantic, who had a bye. So Kinsey is 11-10. He's a freshman wrestling in the second lightest weight class there. Carter Wooten of Shenandoah wins by fall at 3:52, and he defeats Gianni Bartolini of Missouri Valley. Wooten's next opponent is Aiden Fowles of Central Decatur. He wins 7-5 over his opponent, which was Hunter Williams of Clarinda. This is all at 1:13. Over in the other gym, Deegan Farwell of Southwest Valley had a bye. His opponent will be Maximus Applegate in the next round of Riverside, who wins by fall at 42 seconds over Gavin Steenson of ACGC. And Blake Holman of Panorama wins by fall at 1:20 over Traven Colton of Nottoway Valley. Holman moves into the next round. He'll face the 2-seed Wyatt Collier of Mount Ayr, who had a bye. We'll take a break, update you on what's going on in other brackets here at the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament on KSOM.
Start the new year off with one less thing to worry about by enrolling in AutoPay for your Griswold Communications bill. Matter of fact, once you're on AutoPay, you can simply forget it. Your Griswold Communications payment will be automatically debited from your bank account or charged to your credit or debit card each month. Visit griswoldcommunications.com or call 778-2121 to learn more.
Since 1905, F&B Bank has been partnering with you to ensure the best banking experience. Still today, F&B Bank is committed to be the stable partner that agriculture communities rely on. F&B understands the commitment, risk, and sacrifice you make every day in your business and way of life. F&B believes customer service and a handshake is what builds strong partnership and is committed to that partnership in our communities. Give F&B a call. Better yet, stop in. They're here to help you achieve your goals. F&B Bank, Fontenelle, Anita, Greenfield, and Messina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Who can you trust to treat you fair and get you back on the road? J.D. Wyman Service on Main Street in Griswold. Big repairs or general maintenance. Trust J.D. Wyman Service to get you on the road fairly. You're a certified auto do-it-yourselfer. You like this.
The major decision win 13-4 over Austin Briner of Mount Ayr. And his next opponent will be the 2-seed Jax Jensen of Winterset, who is ranked 5th in 2A. He won in 16 seconds over Lucas James of Southwest Valley, and that'll be in the next round, quarterfinals of the 165-pound weight class. At 175, Gavin Wetzel of Southwest Valley wins by fall at 3:24, and his next opponent will be Noah. He wins over Derek Rosh of Nottoway Valley. Noah Cox of Bow Valley is his next opponent, who has a bye. Moving down at 175, we have Laramie Stokes of Lennox gets the pin over Hernandez of Clark at 447. So Stokes over Eric Hernandez at 447, and Stokes moves into the next round, and his opponent will be either Brenton Hoover of Cam or Callan Kluver of Atlantic. And they are on the mat right now. And right now it is a lead for Kluver, I believe, 11-3. No, Hoover leads 11-3 over Kluver, and Hoover just got a 3-point takedown. So Hoover of Cam is now taking a 14-3 lead over Kluver as that match is continuing. Hoover has a big lead for Cam, and Hoover gets him on his back, and he's got near fall points coming. Trying to finish off the pin with 1:20 to go in the second period. Hoover is in full command. He is sweeping the floor right now at Kluver. A funny one. We'll check with you again at next hour. From the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament, this is Chris Varney on KSOM and KS95.
Who can you trust to treat you fair and get you back on the road? J.D. Wyman Service on Main Street in Griswold. Big repairs or general maintenance. Trust J.D. Wyman Service to get you on the road fairly. You're a certified auto do-it-yourselfer. You like the smell of grease, and that's why when it comes to parts, you buy them at Wyman's CarQuest on Main Street in Griswold. Because you care about what you put in your vehicles. Trust the tires, parts, and tools from Wyman's CarQuest in Griswold.
Union State Bank is a full-service bank established in 1890. We are a family-owned independent bank serving individuals, businesses, and farmers. With locations in Greenfield, Bridgewater, Corning, and Adair, Union State Bank offers competitive and personalized services. The courteous, helpful employees are there to help you with your every need. Union State Bank is an equal opportunity and housing lender and a member of the FDIC.
Mat 1, we have Michael Wolford of Creston against Ian Furman of Central Decatur. And Wolford, the red, leading 3-0. On Mat 2, Jackson Pettigrew of Creston going up against Jackson Allen of Riverside. That's 175. Wolford and Furman are at 190. I think they might be finished with the first round over on in the other gym. There's no matches going on there. That just tells you that I think there are a lot more buys in the lower weights. Oh yeah. Like at 120, there's only 2 first round matches. Keaton Schrader of Atlantic's the number 1 seed at 120. He's going to go up against Max Danker of Riverside. Braxton Hass of Atlantic got a win at 132. He's the 2 seed. He won by fall at 24. Drew Anderson, the top seed at 138. He won by fall at 152 from Riverside. Landon Hagen of Atlantic won by fall of 238. That was at 138. Donovan Hedrickton of Atlantic just won by fall at 102. I've been updating my brackets. furiously. I got all the matches from the other gym now. Seven. There's a pin in 32 seconds for Carter Richter of ACGC on mat 2. And he just beat wrestler from Panorama, Caleb Prescott. Richter's rated 8th. A tussle right now here on mat number 1 between Adair Rosales and Cutter Frisbee until now. As soon as I say it's a tussle, Frisbee takes him down and he pins him. Pins him at 55 seconds. Frisbee gets the win. Now we got a pin over on mat 2. And a win for Riverside. And that's Wyatt Bell beating Clay Rosh. And I think that pin was at like 30 seconds. Ashton Honnold, the two-time defending state champ, is on the mat for Nottoway Valley on mat 1. And he's already up 9-2. He's going up against Jaden Jensen of Griswold, who's 11-11 on the season. Honnold shoots. Again, lets him up. He just doesn't want to exert any energy riding. He's already up to a 12-4 lead. It doesn't affect his ranking one way or another and how he wins, really. He just wants to win with as little energy as possible and move on. And now he just got another takedown, 15-4. Over on mat 2, it's Jonathan Morales of Mount Air against Oliver Dykes of Red Oak. Honnold gets the pin at 101. Dykes of Red Oak takes a 3-0 lead, gets a takedown. Trying to push Morales over. Atlantic's Cooper Woolsey taking him out against Maxwell Landers of Winterset. Boy, there. Firmly grabbed together. Woolsey takes him down and takes him down hard. And that's what heavyweights can do. Sometimes they go just like that. Woolsey has his opponent in a world of hurt. Landers trying to hold on, and he does, and gets back up. It'll be near fall points, 4 near fall points, and then an escape. So Woolsey leads 7-1. Now he grabs at the leg, takes him down again, and now he's trying to turn him over. He's got him on his side. Woolsey still trying to finish it off. Holding on for dear life as Landers. The official is counting, so near fall points coming from Woolsey, but he wants the pin. The armband fell off for Landers, or the band, the red band, not the armband, but the leg band. 14-1. Now he's got him on his back again. Looks like he's got better position this time. He just can't. There he gets the pin. 120 for Woolsey. And Cooper Woolsey goes to 29-20 on the year. We are almost done with the first round. Caleb Christensen for Nottoway Valley stays undefeated at 190 pounds. And we're going on the air in 60 seconds.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
Hi, Chris Money broadcasting live here at the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament on KSOM, KS95. Our coverage presented to you by Lyman Ag Supply. We have just about done with the first round, and they're on to the heavyweights now. Last couple of matches in the first round going on right now. I think the last one is coming up. Lucas Manzer of Riverside going up against Angel Torres of Clark. It's the final heavyweight match in the first round. Let's update you what else has gone on here at 175 pounds. Gavin Wetzel won in the first round by fall at 324. He'll go up against Noah Cox, of Missouri Valley. Laramie Stokes of Lenox won, and his next opponent, Brenton Hoover. Then you have Tyler Bobby of Shenandoah, wins by fall at 103 over Jackson Purdue of Red Oak. Jackson Pettigrew of Creston is an 11-7 winner over Jackson Allen of Riverside. Brandon Carlson of ACGC wins in the first round at 175 over Jarrett Breeding of Winterset. And Austin Henderson of Wayne, ranked 11th at 175. He wins by fall at 157 over William Sump of Clorinda. That's at 175 pounds. And the winner there at heavyweight is a pin in 52 seconds for Torres of Clark as he defeated Manzer. We'll update you on what else happened at the other 285 plus 190 as well, and 215. We'll get you all of that coming up. We're back after this 1-minute timeout here on KSOM KS95.
Union State Bank is a full-service bank established in 1890. We are a family-owned independent bank serving individuals, businesses, and farmers. With locations in Greenfield, Bridgewater, Corning, and Adair, Union State Bank offers competitive and personalized services. The courteous, helpful employees are there to help you with your every need. Union State Bank is an equal opportunity and housing lender and a member of the FDIC.
At the Seed Pros, we're more than just your local Pioneer seed dealer. We're a family operation helping you grow profitable success season after season.
My daddy sold chemical, soybeans, and corn.
That's right, Nora. From corn to soybeans to chemicals, we've got trusted Pioneer genetics and local knowledge to maximize profits.
And I get to ride in the tractor.
The Seed Pros, where the next generation is already in the field. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinklin, Nick Knutson, or John Becker. We are with you from the word go.
They're here to help you achieve your goals. F&B Bank, Fontenelle, Anita, Greenfield, and Messina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
All right, we continue on first round action of the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament. We've reached a little bit of a break, and then we will get on to the next round, which will either be the consolation round or they will go on to, well, I think they're going on to, it's a dinner break, actually. I think it's a dinner break. They finished well early. I think they were scheduled to go, well, they might have pigtails coming up as well. And then they got the dinner break and then quarterfinals after that. So they're running a little bit ahead of schedule, which we ain't going to complain about. 190 pounds, Brian Snyder of Centerville, ranked 8th in that weight class. He's the number 1 seed. He wins by fall of 19 seconds over Connor Knapp of Panorama. And he'll face Michael Wolford of Creston, who wins major decision 12-3 over Evan Furman of Central Decatur. Griffin Wetzel of Southwest Valley had a bye at 190. His opponent will be Charlie Lyles of Shenandoah. He wins by fall at 108 over Mac Parrish of Lenox. Donovan Hedrington of Atlantic, a winner in the first round by fall at 102 over Wayne Larson of Missouri Valley. And his opponent will be Oliver Becker of Cam, who had a bye. Easton Brokaw of Clark, a bye. And he will face Caleb Christensen of Nottoway Valley, who wins by fall at 123 over Morgan Nolte of ACGC. At 215, Carter Richter of ACGC is the 1 seed. He wins by fall at 32 seconds. His opponent will be Thomas Mickelson of Creston, who had a bye. Travin Thomas of Atlantic's 24-12 at sophomore. He had a bye in the first round. He'll face Cutter Frisbee of Central Decatur, who wins by fall at 55 seconds over Adair Rosales of Clark. Landon Fuller of Shenandoah had a bye. He'll face Wyatt Bell of Riverside, who wins by fall in 30 seconds over Clay Roche of Nottoway Valley. Lonnie Smith of Griswold at 215 had a bye. He will face Jason Morrow of Centerville, who is the 2 seed with a 10-2 record and he also had a bye at 2:15. And then at heavyweight, Ashton Honnold of Nottoway Valley, the two-time defending state champ, and hasn't lost since he's a sophomore. He wins by fall at 101. And his opponent will be Gabe Gray of Bedford, who was a sophomore who's 16-4. He had a first-round bye. I don't know how Honnold doesn't get a bye and his opponent in the next round does. I don't think it's going to matter, though, but you never know. Will Benning of Shenandoah had a bye at heavyweight. He will face Oliver Dykes of Red Oak, who wins by fall at 229 over Jonathan Morales of Mount Air. Jack Sheeter of ACGC had a bye. He's the 3 seed, ranked 12th at 285. And he will face Cooper Woolsey of Atlantic. Woolsey gets a pin at 120 over Maxwell Landers of Winterset. Then you have Angel Torres of Clark, wins by fall at 52 seconds over Lucas Manzer of Riverside. And Gunnar Martwick of Creston will be his opponent. He wins by fall at 54 seconds over Logan Carasso of Centerville. We'll take a break. Back in 1 minute. We'll update you what else is going on at the other gym. That's straight ahead here on KSOM, KS95.
Remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Call Community Insurance in Audubon today at 712-563-4422 or stop by at 422 Tracy Street in Audubon.
Since 1952, the family-owned Mertz Welding has provided quality welding and fabrication in Carson. They specialize in rebuilding and remanufacturing everything from light to heavy equipment with a variety of machines and welders. There isn't a job Mertz Welding can't handle. For more information, stop in at the shop in the west end of Broadway in Carson or give them a call at 712-484-3821. Mertz Welding is a proud sponsor of Riverside Athletics.
Streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
I think they've already started quarterfinals in the other gym. They finished the lighter weights way early because there were a lot of buys there. So they've already started the quarterfinal round in the other gym. But let's update you on what we kind of got through 106 and 113 earlier on. So let's go to 120 pounds. Keaton Schrader of Atlantic, the top seed. He had a bye. He'll face Max Denker of Riverside, who won by major decision 9-0 over Cliff of Mo Valley. Jackson Ray of Red Oak a bye. Hoyt Mendenhall of Southwest Valley a bye. They'll face one another. Chase Slaybaugh got a first-round win from ACGC over Gregor Hughes of Clarinda at fall at 349. He'll face Grant Gould of Bedford. Riley Becker of Cam had a bye. So did Klein Kibberts of Winterset, who's the 2 seed at 120. A lot of buys at 120. At 126, it was Colin Harris of Atlantic winning by fall in 44 seconds. He's the top seed in that weight class. And so Harris will next face Skylar Schaefer of Panorama, who had a bye. Carter Gittens of Tri-Center, who's ranked 11th at 120 pounds. He's wrestling up at 126. He lost to Lane Brown of Lennox by fall at 443. And Kylan Parsons of Creston, the next opponent, he had a bye. Owen Becerra of Mo Valley, a major decision, 17-5 win over Cade Harlan of Winterset. His opponent will be Jacob Woodland of Red Oak, who had a bye. Triton Thomas of Centerville, a bye. And it will be Kingston Kerrigan of Riverside, the 2 seed at 126. He moves into the next round. He's actually wrestling down. He's wrestling most of the year at 132, where he's ranked 7th, but he's wrestling down at 126. He wins by tech fall over Jesse Bears of Bedford at 132 pounds. Justin Gurwell of Winterset is the top seed at 13-2, a senior. He had a bye. Carver Hart of Centerville will be his opponent. Craig Hunt of Central Decatur had a bye. He'll go up against Rex Sheno of Riverside, who beat Ben Waddle of Southwest Valley 8-3. Jack Christensen of Nottoway Valley defeated Levi Fitzgerald of Lennox by fall at 148. He goes up against Bryson Martin of Mount Ayr, who had a bye. Colt Key of Creston had a bye. And he will go up against Braxton Haas of Atlantic, who did not have a bye, but won by fall at 124 over Tucker Olson of Tri-Center. Haas is ranked 7th at 132 pounds. 2 more weight classes to go, and then we're out of here. Drew Anderson, a winner at 132, and he wins by fall at 152. He'll go up against McLean Hirsch of Winterset. Ty Ganser of ACGC wins by fall at 115. He'll face Luke Schroeder of Missouri Valley, who wins by fall at 136. Max Pollock of Wayne had a bye. He'll go up against Kean Stevie of Nottoway Valley, wins by fall at 155. Landon Hagan of Atlantic got a first-round win at 238 by fall over Ward of Centerville. And Lane Travis of Creston will be his opponent. He wins by fall at 103 over Zach Hayden of Panorama. And at 144 pounds, Watson of Central Decatur, the first-round bye. Kaysen Calhoun, a first-round winner at 231 over Gladman of Bedford. Phelps of Creston, a winner at 127. And Jack Brannon of Riverside beat Quentin Wilson of Griswold at 58 seconds. Jace Jensen of Winterset wins in 11 seconds. Charlie Christensen of ACGC wins by fall at 140. Brody Crozier of Southwest Valley, a winner in 58 seconds. And Hayden Roush of Shenandoah wins in 48 seconds. Well, that does it for your first round. Quarterfinals are coming up as our coverage of the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament presented to you by Lyman Ag Supply. Chris Varney here on KSOM KS95.
According to the mission statement for Conductix Wampler, they are a leading global provider of energy and data transmission solutions to keep their customers' vital business moving. Basically, they care about the health and well-being of their employees, clients, and the community. Their goal is to do zero harm to the environment, and they understand that as a company, they are only as good as the people they have working for them. Conductix Wampler is a proud supporter of all area students and the community.
For farm supplies, see Brumley Supplies in Carson. General Farm Supplies, nuts and bolts, just about everything you need to get whatever is broke on your farm fixed. Need a new hydraulic hose belt? Brumley Supply can do that for you. Maybe you just need a couple of adapters or fittings. They can handle that too. Conveniently located just outside of Carson. Give them a call at 402-680-5471. For all your farm supply needs, Brumley Supplies in Carson.
Messina Telephone Company understands that your internet connection should be available when you need it. Some internet providers cut corners by limiting your bandwidth during peak hours. Messina Telephone policy is to have bandwidth in reserve to prevent network congestion. Gaming and streaming video just works better with Messina Telephone's fast, reliable internet service. Call 712-779-2227 or messinatelephone.com. Messina Telephone Company is a proud supporter of CAM Athletics.
Tomorrow they start at 10 o'clock with a second round consolation round. And then the semifinals are 11:30. And Van Horn of Atlantic is in to the semifinals. He wins by fall at 354. And Nelson of Nottoway Valley, Josh Nelson, into the semifinals. He wins at 238. That's 106 pounds. And right now, Weston Adams going up against Graves of Clarinda. That must be over because it's no longer on the mat. And Graves wins. Number 4 versus number 5. Tech Fall. So the semis are set at 106. Atlantic leading the team competition after the first round, 39. Riverside second at 34.5. Nottoway Valley third at 29. ACGC fourth, 27. Shenandoah fifth, 23 and a half. Then Creston, Winterset, Missouri Valley, Panorama, and Wayne. Panorama and Wayne are tied for ninth. I'll have to give that in our next report on the air. Kinsey of Atlantic lost at 134 to Brooks. Wooten of Shenandoah wins 13-6. No score between Farwell and Applegate. Holman of Panorama leads Collier of Mount Air 4-3. This is at 113 pounds. So they're already up to 113 in the quarters. I'll check.
We will be looking to start here in the next few minutes. If you can please clear the mats.
The clear the mats announcement has been given. And Calvin Hayes of Atlantic will be up against Ben Blizik of Centerville at 150. That'll be a mat number 2, it looks like. So that'll be on your left. Farwell, Southwest Valley, jumping out on Maximus Applegate of Riverside, 10-0. That's 44 seconds left of the second period there. That one's on the verge of being over. Collier of Mount Ayr leads Holman of Panorama 9-6. Time running out on the second period. They're going to the third there.
Once we get started, wrestling mat 1, 150, Nathan Rowe of Mount Ayr, Mason Hauser, Riverside Oak.
All right, we're getting going here. In the activity center, Hayes against Blizik on mat number 2. And I assume it's going to be, they haven't posted it on the scorecard, but there it is. Raymer against Hauser. Raymer of Mount Ayr against Hauser of Riverside. Hayes won 9-2 in the first round. Blizik won 6-3. So this should be an interesting match. Mat number 2. On your left, the white circle. It's white versus gray. Hayes is in the white singlet and Blizik in the gray. Hayes trying to get around him now. He's got it. Two-point takedown for Hayes. Hayes with the early lead. Close to going out of bounds. Hayes has a knee out, but he still has, it's kind of half and half. Half. Kind of half and a half going on right now. Or was. And a pin. Riverside, Hauser beats Raymer at 40 seconds. And now Hayes finishes off Blizik at 125. So Hayes goes up against Hauser in the next round. That's Atlantic versus Riverside there. All right, so on mat 2, now Noah Goodwin against Hudson Perkins. Goodwin from Tri-Center, Perkins from Griswold. And Griswold in the red singlet, I believe. No, that's Creston. I got the other way. No. I don't know. They that was the one they put on the board, and that's completely wrong. It's Creston's Colby Brammer going up against Ryder Klein. Klein of ACGC, and he's about to get a takedown. He's got one leg, and he gets them both. His 2 feet are in bounds, and then they go out of bounds. Klein has a 2-0 lead. Over on mat number 1, it's Dayton Gusman of Red Oak against Luke Cleaver of Mo Valley. Both of these are at 150, the other quarterfinal round. Here. Keaton Schrader of Atlantic is going up against Max Danker of Riverside over on mat 3. That's across the street in the gym. Klein, he nearly got, he got almost reversed. And now they circle the wagons, and Klein comes back on top. What an incredible flurry that was. Klein almost got reversed, and for like a half a second, now he's got him in a cradle and going for near fall points and going for the pin. And Klein trying to hold on here, and he gets the pin at 116. So Ryder Klein victorious for ACGC. Boy, he was in a tough spot against Brammer of Creston, but Klein pulls out the win for ACGC. He's into the semifinals. And the winner over on mat number 1 will be his opponent, as Gusman and Cleaver still are scoreless. Time running down in the first period. And they're up to 157 now on mat 2, and it's Matthew Nelson going up against Tully Wood of Wayne. Or excuse me, this is a consolation round match at 150. Mason Johnson against Emmett Comer of Clark. So they're doing consolation rounds right now. It's a double elimination tournament. And a 2-point takedown for Johnson. All right, Cleaver trying to get Gusman in a tough spot, and he does. Cleaver of Mo Valley, he's got a 4-0 lead. He's got near all points in the bank. This is a quarterfinal. Cleaver hanging on. Gusman trying to get back to his belly. He rolled one way and then rolled the other. They're almost out of bounds, but Cleaver's 2 feet are inbounds, and now they both go out of bounds. It should be 4 near fall points. Yep, it's 8-0 Cleaver with the lead. 53 seconds left of the second period. Johnson of Nottoway Valley leads Comer 5-1. Johnson wins. He'll get a chance to wrestle tomorrow. The loser of that match, their tournament is done. 8-0. Gusman trying to get up here for Red Oak. And we're on in 60 seconds on the radio. Gusman, they're still neutral there. I thought there should have been an escape point given, and it took them a while to put that on the board, but they finally did.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
Chris Vonnie, the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament on KSOM and KS95. Our coverage presented to you by Lyman Ag Supply. We're already into the quarterfinals, which I didn't think would start until 7 o'clock. We're like on an hour and 10 minutes early. How about that? Already going here. We are in the main activity center. They started even earlier because of all the buys in the lower weight classes. They've already finished at 106 pounds. We'll update you on that. They're already up into 120 pounds. And right now at 150, just completed, Calvin Hayes of Atlantic is into the semifinals. He is 2-0 for the day. His day is done, but his tournament far from it as he wins earlier 9-2 in the first round. He wins by fall at 125. In the semifinals over Ben Blissick of Centerville, and Hayes goes to 24-10 on the season. In the semis, his opponent will be Mason Hauser of Riverside as he defeated Nathan Romer of Mount Air by fall in 40 seconds. So Hauser goes to 25-5, a freshman on the season. Right now, there's a quarterfinal round match going on between Luke Cleaver of Mo Valley and Dayton Gusman of Red Oak. And Cleaver just got another takedown to take an 11-1 lead And so Cleaver trying to bid to get to the semifinals. He's the 3 seed. And Ryder Klein of ACGC, the winner in the quarterfinals over Colby Brammer of Creston by fall at 116. So Klein goes to 34-2 on the season. I wonder if he's out there in the crowd someplace looking at this. Cleaver's got near fall points now with time running out in the third period. Cleaver's going to win this match over Gusman of Red Oak. It's just a matter of if he's going to get a pin or not. He does with 9 seconds left. 5:51 for Cleaver. And you get bonus points if you get the pin. And Luke Cleaver does that for the Big Reds. And he advances to the semifinals to face Ryder Klein. We'll update you on other action and get you caught up today, some of the lighter weights as well. That's all coming up after this 1-minute timeout. KSOM, KS95.
Are you wrestling with work?
Do the right thing, the best thing, do the battery thing. Grab a battery from Atlantic or Audubon Ag and Auto, your full-service, locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts store. Look, you've already had the "you need a new battery" talk for her car. No need to point fingers, start arguments, or test out the comfort level of that couch again. Why risk waking Precious up at 6 a.m. to jumpstart the car? Talk about a flat tire Friday. Avoid the Monday massacre, stay warm, and keep everyone's morning drama-free with the fresh CarQuest battery from Atlantic and Audubon Ag and Auto.
Where will you be in 2, 5, or even 10 years? Do you dream of a more fulfilling career with greater earning potential? Let Iowa Western help you achieve those goals. This is Cindy Wetterland, Iowa Western Cass County Director, and all of our Iowa Western instructors are dedicated to your learning, growth, and advancement towards reaching your greatest potential. The Atlantic Center offers a wide variety of college credit coursework with small class sizes to maximize your experience and opportunity to excel. Start working towards your degree by stopping into Iowa Western Cass County Center to change your future today.
Clorinda, so Johnson will wrestle tomorrow. And we just had a pin on mat number 1 by Carson Cooper of Southwest Valley in 150 pounds as he wins over Ben Buckingham of Central Decatur. And the pin was in the first period. I didn't get the time. I think it was at 102. So a win for Cooper of Carson Cooper gets the win and stays alive. Carson Cooper from Southwest Valley stays alive in the back end at 150 pounds. At 106 pounds, over across the street in the other gymnasium, Hunter Hussing, the top seed of Mo Valley, won and advanced to the semifinals. He defeated Colton Herring of Riverside by major decision 13-3, and he will face Fisher Graves of Clorinda, who defeated Weston Adams of Mount Ayr by tech fall. So Graves against Hussing in one semifinal, and Dayton Van Horn of Atlantic is in the semifinals. He wins by fall at 3:54, and he defeated Benjamin Abeld of Winterset. Van Horn will wrestle against Josh Nelson of Nottoway Valley, 2A versus 1A. Nelson wins by fall at 237 over Hansen of Panorama. So Nelson at 33-4 against Van Horn at 35-11. Van Horn a junior, Nelson a sophomore. That's in the semifinals tomorrow. And at 113 pounds, it was Sebastian Brooks of Winterset winning by fall at 134. He's in the semis going up against Carter Wooten of Shenandoah, won 13-6 over Aiden Fowles of Central Decatur. We'll try and get the other semifinals at the other quarterfinals at 113 pounds, and we'll give you the team standings. That's up after this timeout on KSOM. KS95.
Sometimes you gotta go left to get
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
All right, we're back here. The John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament at 113 pounds. We have the other semifinal round match set. Deegan Farwell of Southwest Valley wins by fall at 337 over Maximus Applegate of Riverside. And we have an upset. Blake Holman of Panorama knocked off the 2 seed Wyatt Collier of Mount Air. 19-14 was the final score. Wow. That must have been a wild match. That was across the street. So Holman will go to the semifinals. He's the 7th seed against Collier, beat Collier of Mount Air. So the semifinals are set at 113. Let's get you up to the second team scores. And Atlantic, the defending champion, right now has a really they've opened up a big lead, a 13-point lead over Riverside. Atlantic with 54.5 points. Riverside second at 41.5, a half point ahead of ACGC at 41. Nottoway Valley fourth with 32. Shenandoah fifth at 28.5. Missouri Valley sixth at 27. Creston seventh at 23. Winterset eighth at 21. Panorama and Southwest Valley are tied for ninth with 17 points. Oh, I scrolled down too far. Then you have Wayne with 12. Central Decatur 10. Clarinda 8.5 in 13th place. Clark, Lennox, Mount Air tied for 14th with 8. Red Oak with 17. 17th place, they have 7.5 points. Cam in 18th place with 7. Centerville 19th place with 6. Griswold 20th place with 4. And then the rest tied with 0. Bedford, Denison, Earlham, East Mills, Southwest Iowa, Tri-Center, and Washington rounds out the field. I think Washington didn't come. I haven't seen anybody from Washington wrestle. Earlham, it didn't come. I think all of those other guys, Bedford is here. Denison, I don't think came. I don't see anybody from East Mills or South. Tri-Center is here. But I think some of the teams ended up, Washington probably didn't come. I didn't see anybody, any of the Demons come because of the cold. So I think the field changed a little bit. They were scheduled 27 teams, not as many made it here because of the weather. And we'll talk to you again in our next report, which is coming up next hour. Chris Varney of the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament on KSOM, KS95.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic, and then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
For more information, contact Trey Bricks at 712-249-2503.
Well, what's going on here? Mat number 1, Jackson Gordon is leading over Lane Stringer 10-1. This was a quarterfinal, 157. Tully Wood of Wayne won by fall of 141, so Wood moves on. And Lucas Major of Shenandoah defeated Gunnar Amos of Griswold by fall of 157. So that's one semifinal of 157. And right now, Gordon is dominating 14-2 over Stringer. 1:20 to go in the second period. On mat number 2, Braden Tucker against Hayden Bratz. Tucker of Winterset against Bratz of Centerville. Time just ran out in the second period. And near fall points for Bratz. And he takes a 9-3 lead. Gordon just ripped up Stringer. Picked up Stringer. Well, you say dangerous. No, that's the end. Wins by tech fall. Gordon advances. So Jackson Gordon is now 33-6. And now Jaden Harder of Atlantic against Jose Avila of Creston. And that's to your right on the black mat, mat number 1. Avila of Creston won by fall at 3:14 in the first round. Harder won by fall at 3:40 in the first round. Harder gets the takedown and then lets him up. Harder is ranked 8th at 157 pounds, 38-7, now 39-7. And Avila is now 19-19. So Harder the heavy favorite here. And he rips, he's fast. He got around him fast. Got around real fast. And takes a 6-1 lead. And now a cradles him up. He's going to get 4 at the least points. And that's all he's going to get. Not going to get the fall. But a nice move by Harder. And Harder takes a 10-1 lead. Takes him down again. Cradles him again. And the official only got one count there. I don't think he got 4 more. He must have been counting before I saw. 4 more near fall points for Harder, and he's dominating 14-1. He has been all over Avila from the get-go here. Now on mat number 2, Brylan Marks of Southwest Valley against Caden Kaufman of Lennox in the consolation round. Time running out here in this first period, and we're going to a second period. Harder dominates that first period. 2 guys who had pins in the first round, so they were on highs coming in. Harder will be down to start the second period. Well, he's going for the reversal, but Avila still has a leg. Not anymore. And a point for Harder. Avila now trying to shoot in. Harder answers. Oh, he was quick. He was quick. He almost had him in another takedown, but it went out of bounds. Harder again looking for room, but staying low is Avila. It's his only option, but then Harder gets behind him. And that does it. Tech fall for Jaden Harder. So Gordon against Harder in the semis. That's tomorrow. Semis start around 11:30. That will be a good match. Right now, Kaufman leading Mark 7-0. Kaufman getting near fall points. And over on mat 1, Blake Schwartz of Panorama against Fisher Buckingham of Wayne. You got to love the singlets for Panorama. The American flag on the top with the aqua-colored. Panorama gets points for the best singlet at the John J. Harris. Kaufman dominating for Lennox in the consolation round. And this, by the way, Schwartz against Buckingham. This is the quarterfinals at 165. Marks and Kaufman are the consolation round at 157. Blake Schwartz is ranked. Both of these wrestlers are ranked. Schwartz 9th, Buckingham 8th. This is an interesting battle here. They're ranked pretty much right next to one another. Schwartz won by fall of 24 seconds. Buckingham wins by fall of 2:39 in the first round. Evenly matched kids right here. Buckingham trying to shove him down, and Schwartz says nope. Buckingham is 35-4, a senior. Schwartz is 23-5, a senior. And I go out of bounds, back to the center. 27 seconds left of the first period, and nobody has given an inch. No score. You also got McCargill coming up against Drevin Smith of Atlantic at this weight class. This is the toughest weight class by far at the John J. Harris. 165. A lot of ranked kids. Buckingham. Oh, he had a spot where he had Schwartz in trouble. He gets 3. What are they going to rule here? Is it out of bounds? No, it's the end of the period. Right at the end of the period, Buckingham gets the takedown for Wayne. So Schwartz will be up to start the second period. Buckingham will start down. And Schwartz has to answer. And the official making sure everybody is situated. Schwartz is going to switch sides. Buckingham trying to get to his base now. Schwartz still riding him right in the middle of the circle. Atlanta got a win on. No, that was McCargill against Smith, and McCargill wins over Smith and advances. Well, that didn't last very long there. I didn't even get the time. And now Angel Martinez going up against Jack Jensen in the quarterfinals at 165. And Buckingham nearly got another takedown on the far side of the mat. 2 quarterfinals now going on at one time. I didn't even see McCargill take the mat, but he dispatched with Smith. And that's no disrespect to Drevin Smith, who is now 34-11 on the year. McCargill, one of the best in the state, ranked second at 165. And he is awaiting the winner of this one between Schwartz and Buckingham. Ooh. Martinez against James. Or Jensen, excuse me. And Jensen will get credit for the takedown and the pin. He got the pin at 38 seconds. So Jensen, who's ranked 5th in 2A, could be on a collision course with McCargill, who's ranked second for the finals at 165. Okay. So it's 3-1. Buckingham over Schwartz. 48 seconds left here in the second period. A consolation round match over on mat 2 between Drayson Allen of Mo Valley and Dane Carey of Griswold. Right now, Buckingham not moving. Well, he's trying to move. Schwartz working hard, but now he just a good yank. Oh, man. That was a sudden yank there by Schwartz. And he turned Buckingham a little bit. But they went out of bounds. 14 seconds left of the second period. And they have given Schwartz the tie. It's tied up 3-3. He must have gotten 2 near falls. It was very brief, but Schwartz got 2 near falls, and we're tied at 3. And that's the end of the second period. So Schwartz and Buckingham will go to the third. All square up. Allen of Mo Valley leading Carey of Griswold 7-0. Dane Carey loves to wrestle. I talked with his head coach, Bob Amos, and Bob says that Carey he comes each and every day. He's not the most athletic of kids, but he wants to compete. He wants to participate. And he's out there, and he had a win for the first time last week. His first win. A non-forfeit win. So, a very courageous kid who loves to just come out and be with the team. A great story for Dane Carey of Griswold. An escape by Schwartz, and he's leading 4-3 over Buckingham. A shot by Schwartz. He's got a leg. Oh, he lost it. Good defense by Buckingham. Buckingham shoots back. Schwartz defending. Now Buckingham has a leg underneath. Schwartz, not quite. He does not have a leg up top. They're kind of stalemate now. 1 minute to go in the third period. Schwartz with a 1-point lead. Buckingham has a leg. But they're stalemate. 59 seconds left. And they're neutral. Buckingham looking for an opening. He's down 1. Schwartz trying to hold on. I haven't seen any stall calls. Schwartz is still moving forward, so they can't call him for stalling here as long as he's moving forward. Try to grab around him. Schwartz has to play defense. A shot. Buckingham. Boy, Schwartz, a great defense. They turn around on one another. Buckingham has a chance here. But he's running out of time. They're going to go out of bounds. Oh, Schwartz. He keeps 2 feet in. Does he have 2? I mean, 3. It used to be 2. I think he did. They gave him 3. We're going on the radio here shortly. Buckingham just got 3. There's 2 seconds left. I think they're clarifying. Yep, 2 seconds left. Schwartz, he cannot. I don't think he can score 2 points. They're just going to let him up. 6-5. Buckingham gets the escape with gets the takedown with 2 seconds left to win it. Well, there's the match of the tournament so far.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
At the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament, Chris Varney here on KSOM and KS95. And we just had our best match so far of this tournament. And it was at 165 pounds. Fisher Buckingham of Wayne, ranked number 8, defeated Blake Schwartz of Panorama, ranked number 9 in 1A, both of them in 1A. Buckingham gets a takedown with 2 seconds left. He literally was on his tippy toes. His tippy toes were in bounds, and somehow he stayed. As long as you keep your feet in bounds, it doesn't matter if the other guy's completely out of bounds, which was the case. Schwartz was way out of bounds, but he couldn't take Buckingham with him. He kept his feet on. He grabbed the legs of Schwartz. He was awarded 3 points. Used to be 2. Now it's 3. I'm old school. But anyway, Buckingham with a huge win, 6-5. Then he gave up. He let him up right at the end to ensure no reversal with 2 seconds left. And what a finish for Fisher Buckingham of Wayne as he goes to the semifinals. Good luck, Mr. Buckingham. Your award is you get to face Jacob McCargill of Shenandoah. McCargill defeated Drevin Smith of Atlantic by fall at 122. And McCargill advances to the semifinals. Smith will get a chance to wrestle tomorrow in the consolation round. And now on the mat is the last quarterfinal round match at 165. And that is Uriah Fry of Clark Osceola going up against Mason Allen of Central Decatur. And right now, Fry with the early takedown. He leads 3-0. Over Allen. We'll take a break and update you on what else is going on here at the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament on KSOM, KS95. Back in a minute.
Need expert excavation work done right? Call Harrison Hoyt Excavation, your local pros in site prep, grading, and land work. From homes to driveways, landscaping to construction, we handle it all with safety, precision, and modern equipment. Storm damage? We're ready for emergency excavation when you need us most. Based right here in Atlantic, Iowa, we proudly serve our community and surrounding counties, on time and on budget. Call Harrison Hoyt Excavation today at 712-249-5137 or email harrison@hchexcavation.com.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
Listening to KSOM Sports.
Updating at 150 pounds in the quarterfinals, Calvin Hayes, the top seed of Atlantic, wins by fall of 125 over Ben Blizik of Centerville. He'll go up against Mason Hauser of Riverside, wins by fall at 40 seconds over Nathan Raymer of Mount Ayr. It was Luke Cleaver of Missouri Valley, winning by fall at 5:51 over Dayton Gusman of Red Oak. And Cleaver to the semifinals against Ryder Klein of ACGC. Wins by fall of 116 over Colby Brammer of Creston. At 157 pounds, Tully Wood of Wayne, the top seed, wins by fall over 141 over Matthew Nelson of Nottoway Valley. Wood will face Lucas Major of Shenandoah. He defeated Gunnar Amos of Griswold by fall at 157. Jackson Gordon defeated Lane Stringer of ACGC. Gordon from Riverside wins by tech fall. And Gordon goes to the semifinals, and this is going to be a match of matches tomorrow. Gordon will go up against Jaden Harder of Atlantic, who dominates a tech fall win over Jose Avila of Creston. It was early in the second period. Harder goes to 40-7. He gets his 40th win of the year. He'll go up against Gordon in the semifinals. Gordon, the 3 seed at 157. Harder, the 2 seed at 157. Wood of Wayne is the top seed. He's ranked 4th in 1A. Gordon is ranked 12th in 1A. Harder is ranked 8th in 2A. Going to be an interesting matches there at 157 pounds. We'll update you on what's going on over in the other gym, and that's coming up after this 1-minute timeout on KSOM.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today, I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
WesternIowaToday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
All right, and across the street in the other gymnasium, we're in the activity center, and it's the high school gym across the street. And whether they started earlier, 106, Hasina Mo Valley wins major decision, 13-3 over Colton Herrig of Riverside, and he'll go up against Graves of Clarinda. He wins by tech fall over Adams of Mount Ayr. Van Horn of Atlantic, Dayton Van Horn, wins by fall at 354 over a Beald of Winterset. He'll go up against Josh Nelson of Nottoway Valley, wins at 238 over Hansen, I should say. Hansen. That's not a. I'm going to get my eyes checked. The light here is terrible. I always got to blame something, right? Nelson beat Hansen of Panorama at 113. It was Sebastian Brooks of Winterset by fall at 134 over Hunter Kinsey of Atlantic, who will go into the consolation round. And he'll wrestle Brooks will wrestle Carter Wooten of Shenandoah. He wins 13-6 over Aiden Foles of Central Decatur. Deegan Farwell of Southwest Valley into the semifinals. He wins by fall at 337 over Maximus Applegate of Riverside. And the upset, Blake Holman of Panorama wins 19-14 over Wyatt Collier, the 2 seed of Mount Ayr. I think I went through all of these, but at 120, Keaton Schrader of Atlantic wins by tech fall 16-1 over Max Danker of Riverside. Schrader will go up against Hoyt Mendenhall of Southwest Valley, a freshman, who wins by fall at 149 over Jackson Ray of Red Oak. Chase Slaybaugh of ACGC wins by fall at 107 over Grant Gould of Bedford. Klein Kibberts of Winterset wins. He's the 2 seed at 120. He wins by tech fall over Riley Becker of Cam. And then at 126, Colin Harris of Atlantic wins by fall of 41 seconds over Sam Schaefer of Panorama. And his opponent will be Kylan Parsons of Creston. He wins by tech fall over Lane Brown of Lenox. Owen Becerra of Missouri Valley defeated Jacob Woodend of Red Oak by tech fall. He'll go up against Kingston Kerrigan of Riverside. It wins by fall at 259 over Triton Thomas of Centerville. There's the semifinals at 126. at 132 pounds. The top seed is Judah Gerwell of Winterset, and he wins in the quarterfinals over Hart of Central Decatur by Tech Fall. In the other quarterfinal at 32 pounds, Rex Shano of Riverside upset Hunt of Central Decatur 8-4. So Shano with an 8-4 win, and he goes to the semifinals at 132 pounds. The bottom part of that bracket is Jet Christensen of Nottoway Valley, got a 15-7 major decision win over Martin of Mount Ayr, and Jet Christensen into the next round. He'll face Braxton Haas of Atlantic, who wins by fall at 136, and Haas defeated Key of Creston, so Haas is in to the next round. We'll keep you posted with more reports coming up later on this hour. Chris Varney from the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament, presented to you by Lyman Ag Supply here on KSOM and KS95.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
When your home or business has been affected by water, fire, smoke, or mold, and you don't know what to do next, we do. From one room to multiple levels, we can do it all while working with you and your insurance company. Service Master by Rice is your local experts for residential and commercial restoration, offering emergency services 24/7, 365. To set up services, call 712-243-5373 with phones answered 24/7. Service Master by Rice serves all of Western Iowa.
Hello, I'm Elvis Haas with Elvis Haas State Farm, and we're more than just an State Farm is there.
Farmers don't choose seeds from a brochure. They choose it from relationships built over time. That's why Lee Satoff with Channel Seeds at Lyman Ag Supply knows he's not just selling seed. He's helping protect your livelihood. From choosing the right products to checking crops through the season and standing with you long after harvest, Lyman Ag is there year after year. Expert guidance, trusted partnership, proven products. And remember, at Lyman Ag Supply, their goal is your profitability. Call Lee, 712-249-4988.
Miss some of the action going on right in front of you. On mat 1, Laramie Stokes of Lennox against Brenton Hoover of Cam. And Hoover leading 3-0. Now it's 3-1. Now Hoover picks him up. Ooh, that was almost dangerous, a potential dangerous situation. And they awarded, because of it, because he picked up Stokes, they awarded Stokes 1 point. Very dangerous situation, very dangerous when Hoover picked him up and slammed him down. If Stokes had been injured and would have been unable to continue, then Hoover would have been disqualified. But Hoover will take a 3-2 lead going to the second period. Gavin Wetzel now against Noah Cox on mat number 2. Another quarterfinal round match at 175. Wetzel the top seed at 175. Hoover is seated 4th. Hoover won by tech fall in the first round over Callan Kluver of Atlantic. Stokes won by fall of 447 over Hernandez of Clark. And Hoover takes a 6-2 lead. Cam is a new head coach this year, Ford Lillard. And they don't have terrific numbers for Cam. The girls, of course, united with Nottoway Valley at SWAT, have terrific numbers. Matter of fact, the girls have better numbers combined with Nottoway Valley. Of course, Nottoway Valley boys have tremendous numbers. They're a ranked team in 1A. Well, Hoover's in a dangerous spot here. Yep, I could see it coming. He was losing his grip fast and got reversed. And Stokes now trailing 6-4 with a minute to go in the second period. And so far, Wetzel and Cox, no score. So Stokes continues to ride. Oh, he's got him on his side now. Oh, and then Hoover's in trouble. There's a 2 count. There's some near fall points. It's 2. We're tied at 6. Hoover's trying to get around and get a reversal, and he does. And he takes an 8-6 lead. Boy, Stokes was in a world of hurt there for a half a second, but Hoover couldn't finish it. Now Stokes is getting up. Hoover is in a good spot right now, but Stokes got back to his belly. Now cradles him, and he's got a near fall point where he runs out of time. What kind of count was it? It was 2, so it's 10-6. Hoover with the lead. What a turn of events. That match was back and forth there. Stokes nearly had a Hoover. Hoover reverses, and then Hoover gets near fall points right at the end of the period. All right, so Stokes starts down here in the third. And Hoover just told him, like, what am I doing? What? And the guy says, young man, just get right back there. All right, I guess they're in position now. Hoover looks like he was going to get him up. No, he's going to. Well, all of that for nothing, really. And Hoover able to maintain the ride. Stokes wasn't able to fire out. Wetzel now has a takedown early in the second period and has a 3-0 lead. Cox of Mo Valley being very feisty. Stokes gets up. Hoover trying to slam him down. Potentially dangerous. And Stokes will stay down. Only 30 seconds gone in that period. 33 seconds left of the second period for Wetzel. And Cox has to take off his headgear. Hoover, you're not going to drag him over with one arm. He's trying to wear down Stokes here. He leads 10-6. Stokes trying to circle around. Hoover staying with him. Stokes trying to get up. Hoover trying to readjust. He nearly lost the grip. Stokes standing or sitting up now, trying to reach across the back of his head. Hoover maintains control. Oh, he's in a tough spot now, Hoover. He capes him. Now he's got him. He was in a tough spot. Now he's got count. He's got near fall points, and now he gets reversed, and now he's in trouble. And Laramie Stokes going for the pin, and he gets it. A reversal and a pin for Laramie Stokes. Are you kidding me? At 5:36. What a match, but Brenton Hoover had like it was a 10-6 lead. He had near fall points in the bank and then gets out of shape, and Stokes was able to turn the tide, and that's wrestling. That is wrestling. It can change in a blink of an eyelash. Another great match there. Laramie Stokes of Lennox moves to the semifinals. He'll face the winner of this one on mat number 2 right now between Gavin Wetzel and Noah Cox. And now it's Brandon Carlson against Austin Henderson on mat 1. Carlson from ACGC, Henderson from Wayne. Henderson, the 2 seed. Well, we got injury time here, or blood time. I don't think it's blood time. Otherwise, Cox would be attended to by the trainers, so he's having problems with his headgear. And Wetzel, with 1:25 to go in the third period, it's been a hard-fought match. A takedown for Henderson, and he has a 3-0 lead. The high school gym is ahead of the activity center. They're already up to 144, their last weight class. They're almost done. We're about still about 6 minutes or so from our radio report. And Cox, again, has problems with his headgear. Henderson leads 3-0. Carlson stands up and gets an escape. Wetzel had 1 count, but not 2. Nearly got near fall points. But Cox has been feisty. Wetzel trying to turn him over. He got him on his back. Official is counting. Wetzel trying to finish it off. Cox, though, gets back to his shoulder and then gets more leverage and pins him. And it's at 5:40. So Gavin Wetzel will move on. He'll face Laramie Stokes in the next round. In the semifinals at 175. Carlson against Henderson right now. It's 3-1 to Henderson. Another quarterfinal coming up at 190. On mat number 2 is Brian Snyder of Centerville against Michael Wolford of Creston. And 3 for Henderson. He takes the lead 6-1. Or excuse me. They always, I gotta be careful. They always leap ahead on the Flow Wrestling board. And this is actually Tyler Babe of Shenandoah against Jackson Pettigrew of Creston. And Pettigrew with the takedown, he leads 3-0. Henderson with a 6-1 lead, early 1:20 to go in the second period. That's on mat number 1, the black mat to your right. In the gray is Henderson, and he is green. Carlson is white, his belly on the mat, and he's red. Henderson is ranked 11th at 175 pounds in 1A. And now he's got Carlson on his back, and he's got near fall. Boy, for a second there, they didn't even move, neither one of them. Carlson is content to stay put. Henderson can't finish him off. They readjust. And he got the pin. That left shoulder, that right shoulder must have gone down ever so briefly. And Henderson wins by fall at 3:32. So he'll face the winner on mat number 2 between Babe and Pettigrew. They're tied at 4. And now a consolation round match on mat 1 is Callan Kluver of Atlantic against Eric Hernandez of Clark. Babe stands up for Shenandoah, trying to break the grip, and he does, and he has the escape and takes a 5-4 lead. 1:35 to go in the second period there. Kluver can't make a move right now, and neither can Hernandez in the consolation round. A shot by Pettigrew, but Babe makes him pay. Babe around top. Pettigrew has a leg, though. No points awarded. Still 1:08 to go in the period. Nobody really doing anything. Pettigrew still has a leg. Babe doesn't have a good grip. And the official says, nothing's happening, kids. Let's go back to neutral. Klaver and Hernandez still have not scored a point. A 5-4 lead for Babe. Pettigrew says enough of that. A shot by Babe, grabs a leg. Bob with Babe trying to finish it off, but Pettigrew sitting up. Ooh. I don't know who had the advantage in that maneuver. Babe shoves him off. He does. Now he gets 3. Babe of Shenandoah takes us a 8-4 lead. Oh, Hernandez just tripped up Klaver on mat 1. Well, he didn't give him the 3, though. Klaver maintaining, going spread eagle there. We go to the third period in the quarterfinal at 175. Babe leads 8-4. Hernandez couldn't quite finish off. Credit to Kluver. Well, they did give him. They must. It's a point. So Hernandez was losing grip and an escape given to Klaver. Klaver started down in this period. And now Klaver gets a takedown. And they go out of bounds. Well, that's what you get for paying attention to the other match. So Klaver started down. It looked like Hernandez was scrambling, and he was. He was scrambling, trying to maintain control. Klaver eventually gets away. And now Klaver will try to ride Hernandez. Babe still leads 8-4. 1:15 to go, and now he leads 11-4. Klaver with the takedown, and he leads 4-0. And we are about 90 seconds away from going on the radio.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
Chris Bonnie here, the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament in Corning, hosted by Southwest Valley. And we are rolling right along here in the quarterfinal rounds. They're already done with the quarterfinals in the lighter weights over in the high school gym. We're up to the consolation round of 175 here. Callan Kluver is in the consolation round for Atlantic. He's going up against Eric Hernandez of Clark, and he leads 7-0 with a minute to go in the third period. Kluver got a takedown in the second period, a takedown in the third period, and he's maintaining control. He's riding on Hernandez right now. Another consolation match going on at the moment. Jackson Purdue of Red Oak leads Jackson Allen of Riverside 3-0. The battle of the Jacksons there. An early takedown for Purdue of Red Oak. Kluver with 30 seconds left, and he gets the pin over Hernandez. With just about 30 seconds left, they took the time off so fast, so it goes as 5:30 for Kluver, or about, and he gets a pin, and he will get a chance to wrestle tomorrow, and he's still alive in the back end of the consolation round. Callan Kluver, a sophomore, he was only 8-23 on the year. He lost to Brenton Hoover by tech fall of the first round. And then Kluver beats Eric Hernandez at 5:30, and he'll see another opponent in the back end tomorrow. We're taking a break. We'll update you on the front end matches after this 1-minute timeout. KSOM, KS95.
This is Luke Meisheimer with Hoopie Hollow Ranch. We are a family-owned and operated ranch offering grain-finished lamb and beef along with free-ranged eggs. We are offering many different cuts to grace your table. For more information, visit hoopiehollowranch.com or check us out on Facebook, or you can always contact me at 641-745-0531 or Jody at 402-210-1698. Raised on our ranch to feed your family.
Sometimes you gotta go left to get it right. Lefties in Messina, to be exact. Since 1967, Lefties has been handling pump, plumbing, heating, trenching, and electrical duties for Southwest Iowans like you and me. But where Drew and the gang really excel is your plumbing and heating needs. Talk about handy. If you were to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, you'd have to call in an electrician and a plumber. With Lefties, you get both. For all your pump, plumbing, heating, trenching, and electrical, call Lefties at 712-779-3392 or Drew at 712-779-0016.
Medicine provider Dr. Fluhop, Cass Health, Neighbors Caring for Neighbors.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
All right, quarterfinal round action of the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament at 165. Jacob McCargill was a winner and advanced to the semifinals. He beat Drevin Smith of Atlantic by fall of 122. He'll go up against Fisher Buckingham of Wayne, who got a takedown with 2 seconds left. 6-5 win over Blake Schwartz of Panorama. It was Uriah Fry of Clark winning by fall over Mason Allen of Central Decatur by fall at 3:03. Fry will go up against Jax Jensen of Winterset, who won by fall at 38 seconds over Angel Martinez of ACGC. At 175 pounds, Gavin Wetzel of Southwest Valley won by fall at 5:40 over Noah Cox of Missouri Valley. Wetzel will face Laramie Stokes of Lennox. Stokes with an incredible come-from-behind win over Brenton Hoover. Stokes, they were going back and forth, and then Stokes was trailing 12-6, and he had just lost on near-fall points, but he turned it around on Hoover and pinned him at 5:36. And Stokes will advance to the semifinals to take on Wetzel from the Timberwolves. Tyler Babe of Shenandoah won 11-6 over Jackson Pettigrew of Creston. And Babe goes to the semifinals. He'll go up against Austin Henderson of Wayne, the 2 seed. He wins by fall at 3:32 over Brandon Carlson of ACGC. And we are up to now the quarterfinals at 190 pounds. And Griffin Wetzel of Southwest Valley is currently taking the mat against Charlie Lillis of Shenandoah. And that match is just underway. No score after the first minute of the first period. We'll take a break, update you on what happened across the street at the high school gym in the lighter weights. Back in 1 minute on KSOM KS95.
Start the new year off with one less thing to worry about by enrolling in AutoPay for your Griswold Communications bill. Matter of fact, once you're on AutoPay, you can simply forget it. Your Griswold Communications payment will be automatically debited from your bank account or charged to your credit or debit card each month. Visit griswoldcommunications.com or call 778-2121 to learn more.
Since 1905, F&B Bank has been partnering with you to ensure the best banking experience. Still today, F&B Bank is committed to be the stable partner that agriculture communities rely on. F&B understands the commitment, risk, and sacrifice you make every day in your business and way of life. F&B believes customer service and a handshake is what builds strong partnership and is committed to that partnership in our communities. Give F&B a call. Better yet, stop in. They're here to help you achieve your goals. F&B Bank, Fontenelle, Anita, Greenfield, and Messina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
KSOM Sports.
All right, we did update you up to 132, so let's get you 138 and 144. Since they're complete, Drew Anderson for Riverside wins by Tech Fall at the quarterfinals of 138. He'll go up against Luke Schroeder of Missouri Valley. He won 10-5 over Ty Ganser of ACGC. Max Pollock of Wayne. He defeated Kian Stevie of Nottoway Valley. 2 ranked opponents there. Pollock ranked 7th, Stevie ranked 9th. Pollock wins by fall at 3:04. He'll face Lane Travis of Creston, ranked 5th in 2A. Travis defeated Landon Hagan of Atlantic 13-5 major decision. Hagan will wrestle in the back end starting tomorrow at 138. And then at 144 pounds, it was Kason Watson, the number 1 seed from Central Decatur. He won by tech fall over Kason Calhoun of Cam. Watson will face Jack Brannon of Riverside, who won by fall at 307 over Broderick Phelps of Creston. And the bottom part of the brackets at 144, I got to go to the computer for that. And it was Charlie Christensen of ACGC. And he gets an upset over the 3 seed Jensen of Winterset, Jace Jensen. And Christensen wins 9-8. A tight one there. Wow. I wish I could have seen that match across the street. But Christensen wins. And he will face Hayden Roush of Shenandoah. Roush wins by fall at 123, and he is into the semifinals at 144. So you're up to date on all the quarterfinals across the street as we are now getting to the heavyweights, 190, 215, and 285. That's what's coming up next on the quarterfinals here at the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament. Tonight's action is brought to you in part by Conductix Wampler, Messina Telephone, FNB, Griswold Communication, Union State Bank, Mertz Welding, Brumley Supplies, Lefties, Pump Plumbing, Heating, Air Electrical and Trenching, Wyman's CarQuest, Hoopy Hollow Ranch, Community Insurance, Sea Pros, Atlantic Ag and Auto, and we're presented to you by Lyman Ag Supply. Chris Vonnie from the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament on KSOM and KS95.
Who can you trust to treat you fair and get you back on the road? J.D. Wyman Service on Main Street in Griswold. Big repairs or general maintenance. Trust J.D. Wyman Service to get you on the road fairly. You're a certified auto do-it-yourselfer. You like the smell of grease, and that's why when it comes to parts, you buy them at Wyman's CarQuest on Main Street in Griswold. Because you care about what you put in your vehicles. Trust the tires, parts, and tools from Wyman's CarQuest in Griswold.
Union State Bank is a full-service bank established in 1890. We are a family-owned independent bank serving individuals, businesses, and farmers. With locations in Greenfield, Bridgewater, Corning, and Adair, Union State Bank offers competitive and personalized services. The courteous, helpful employees are there to help you with your every need. Union State Bank is an equal opportunity and housing lender. And
it's a takedown and takes a 9-2 lead. 40 seconds left. We haven't had. Oh, there's a three. A three for Lillis and takes the lead over Griffin Wetzel. Oh, Wetzel tried to turn. He was all Lillis had to do was shove forward. He would have had him on his back completely. But Wetzel had to try and do something. Lillis might as well just let him up here. Well, no, I don't think so. You don't want to let him up. 12 seconds left. Down to 8. Wetzel's trying to stand up. And now he's got near fall points. Wetzel tried to stand up. Lillis got him back down and wins 10-3. And Wetzel goes to the back end. While that was happening, Hedrington won over Becker. I did not see the final result, but Hedrington with the win. And he moves on as well. Hedrington will face the winner of Brokaw or Caleb Christensen, which is on mat number 1 right now. Hedrington's pin was officially at 101. And Christensen a heavy favorite here against Brokaw of Clark. Easton Brokaw, he's just 13-13. He is a senior. Christensen turns him over. Near fall points. Official eyes it. Not yet. A pin for ACGC. And Carter Richter at 2:15. He wins in 52 seconds. And there's the pin in 57 seconds for Christensen. So Richter in the quarterfinals moves on. Christensen in the quarterfinals moves on. So the semifinals are now set at 190. Schneider against Lillis, Hedrington against Christensen. And now over on mat 2, we have Travin Thomas of Atlantic against Cutter Frisbee of Central Decatur. That's the white mat on your left. Thomas had a bye. Frisbee won by fall of 55 seconds. Travin is 24-12, and he's a sophomore. He's all white with the A on the back, and the red stripe on the front is Frisbee from Central Decatur. with all the logos on the back. Nobody has an advantage there. 190 consolation round, and Ian Furman of Central Decatur looked like he got a fall over Knapp of Panorama. That's consolation round at 190. Still no score here between Thomas and Frisbee. Another consolation round match, it looks like, on mat number 2, or excuse me, mat 1. Lonnie Smith of Griswold against Jason Morrow of Centerville. And a takedown for Thomas. Thomas working hard now on riding, but they're drifting out of bounds. For a second, Thomas had a toe in, but now they go back to the center. Smith has been wrestling mostly at heavyweight all year long, but he moves down to 219, so he's been cutting weight. Boy, Thomas went for the back that time. He couldn't get it right out of the get-go, and Frisbee stays on his belly. Smith gets taken down by Morrow. That's a quarterfinal round match at 215. Both wrestlers had buys. That's the end of the first period for Thomas and Frisbee. A 3-0 lead for Thomas of Atlantic. An escape for Smith, and he's trailing 3-1. A shot. Morrow. Smith trying to defend him. He's sitting up. Morrow trying to lean forward. Smith trying to defend him. Thomas is down on Frisbee and trying to get up. He's got a good chance at a reversal here. And there it is. 5-0, Thomas with the lead. 6-1, Morrow leads Smith. Morrow riding Smith, Thomas riding Frisbee. Uh-oh, and now Smith in trouble and pinned at 149. So Morrow, the number 2 seed, a record of 10-2, goes to 12-2. Actually, 11-2. And now Thomas able to get the pin. And Thomas advances. And I didn't get the time on the pin. Looks like it was a minute left in the second period. 3 minutes even for Thomas. And he'll go up against Carter Richter. And now he should be hitting Landon Fuller of Shenandoah against Wyatt Bell of Riverside. And that is on mat number 2. To the left, Bell with the maroon and white with yellow stripe, and Fuller in the maroon for the Mustangs. Bell got a win in the first round in 30 seconds. Fuller had a bye. Fuller is 30-12, a sophomore. Bell is 14-17, and a senior. Casey Conover, though, likes Wyatt Bell. He's had some tough competition. I mean, Riverside does not shy away from their tournaments, their duels. And Bell, no points yet. Still no points. And there it is, the 3 for Wyatt Bell. He just had to finish it off. Fuller's the 3 seed. Bell the 6 seed. Wyatt Bell with a 3-0 lead. Fuller trying to get to his feet. Almost lost the grip. had him on his back momentarily, didn't get a near fall count. 38 seconds left, potentially danger. No, we got blood time for Fuller. We haven't seen much blood time here today, really. Most of the wrestling has been mostly clean. But let me tell you, Will Burning just tried to pick up Oliver Dykes of Red Oak, and that wasn't happening. Both of them are trying to pick the other up. That's scoreless. That's in the quarterfinals of 285. Oh, no, scoreless no longer. Right at the end of the period, did they give him the 3? Yes. Dykes of Red Oak gets the 3. That is a quarterfinal round match at heavyweight. So Dykes gets the 3 right at the end of the first period. And Fuller is finally through on blood time. So Bell leads 3-0. And Dykes leads 3-0. Boy, it's going to be hard-pressed for Bell to ride him out this whole period. We'll see. Oh, yes, Wyatt Bell showing his strength there. And Dykes with a takedown and trying to finish off Burning. Burning being feisty. Getting up, however, is Fuller. And there's the pin for Dykes. And it comes at 250. So Dykes could potentially see Ashton Honnold of Nottoway Valley in the semifinals if Honnold were to win. And more blood time for Fuller. So we're now on to Jack Sheeter of ACGC going up against Cooper Woolsey of Atlantic. Sheeter at 285 is ranked 12th in 1A. Woolsey is not ranked. Sheeter with the early takedown. Woolsey getting up, though, and got an escape quick. And then Woolsey shoots and grabs the leg, but Sheeter trying to answer back. Ooh. And Woolsey gives way in a 3-point takedown. The scoreboard is inaccurate. It is 6-1 Sheeter over Woolsey. They're going to have to fix that. Bell back underway with Fuller. That's at 2:15. The scoreboard on your screen is showing 4-3, but the scoreboard on track is 6-1 Sheeter. And right now, Woolsey in trouble. The score may not matter here in a moment. I heard a whistle. Is that a pin? Yeah, it is. A pin for Sheeter, and it comes at 55 seconds. So Sheeter wins over Woolsey. Woolsey will wrestle tomorrow in the consolation round, but he needs to win to stay alive. Bell leading 3-1. Fuller's been frustrated, and now Bell's got near fall and pins him. It comes at 2:58, and there's an upset. Wyatt Bell of Riverside knocks off the 3 seed at 2:15. Landon Fuller of Shenandoah. Bell will go up against Jason Morrow of Centerville. Richter against Thomas. Travis Thomas of Atlantic, who upset Cutter Frisbee of Central Decatur. A minor upset, but an upset nevertheless. And now we're down to our final couple of quarterfinal round matches. Angel Torres of Clark against Gunnar Martwick of Creston. And Ashton Honnold of Nottoway Valley against Gabe Gray of Bedford. And Honnold gets an early takedown and lets him up. And Creston gets a takedown with Martwick. Martwick, the 2 seed. And he's 27-10. Honnold, another takedown. He is a machine. It's like Secretariat in the Belmont Stakes, one of the greatest horse racing calls of all time. Secretariat moving like a tremendous machine. Google it. And that's what Ashton Honnold is. He's a machine. And he takes him down again. And he shoots again. Gray was just standing there, and Honnold said, if you're going to just stand there, I'm going to pin you. And that's what he did at 103. And Ashton Honnold cruises into the semifinals. He's only worked 2 minutes and 4 seconds tonight. Martwick dominating over Torres, 11-2. Although Torres just got a reversal on Martwick and had him in a tough spot for a moment there. And now we have a consolation round match at 285 on mat 2. Lucas Manzer of Riverside against Logan Carrascio of Centerville. Well, Martwick found himself reversed by Torres there. The winner will face Sheeter of ACGC. And we're only a few minutes away from going on the air. I thought we were going to be here till like 10 o'clock tonight, and right now it's 7:15, and we're almost done with day one. I don't know if they're going to have more consolation round matches. I think second round consolations are scheduled for tomorrow, according to my sheet. Oh, and Martwick got Torres in a tough spot, and he pinned him. Just 17 seconds into the second period, 2:17 for Martwick. Torres had his chance. When you're facing a tough kid like Martwick, you got to finish it when you get the chance. Torres could not. Martwick moves on. He'll face Sheeter of ACGC. So Manzer against Carrascio in the consolation round here at 285. And team scores: Atlantic with 94 points. Riverside second at 86.5. ACGC third with 62. Shenandoah fourth, 59.5. Winterset rounds out the top five with 48 points. Nottoway Valley sixth with 45. Atlantic, the defending champ. And no score in this one. Manzer for Riverside looks a little light to be at 285. But Casey Conover, I guess, decided to push him up. He looks like he's in terrific shape, but he looks like he could go down and wrestle 215 if he wanted to. Now we're about 90 seconds from going on the air. On the radio. Manzer did a rocket kick.
Live on KSOM 96.5 and streaming live on westerniowatoday.com. You're listening to KSOM Sports.
All right, Chris Bonnie here, the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament on KSOM, KS95. Our report's brought to you in part by Lyman Ag Supply. We thank Lee Sadoff for a great sponsor of the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament. Lyman Ag Supply, our presenting sponsor here tonight. And we are just about done. The official schedule that I got said that we were not going to be done till like around 10 o'clock tonight. This is the earliest I think we've ever finished on day number one here at the John J. Harris Tournament. We're into our final match in the consolation round. Lucas, man, part of it is some of the teams did not come because of the weather. So we're not completely full in the brackets. There were 27 teams scheduled to come, and I think it was only about like 23 or 24 came. Several, like Washington, did not come. That was a long drive for them, and because of the weather, some schools, they have policies that when they cancel school, you also do not have athletics. So some schools have that policy, and of course all the schools that are here that didn't have school do not. That was the end of the second period, and Carrasco nearly got around Manzer of Riverside. Logan Carrasco of Centerville against Lucas Manzer of Riverside in a consolation round match. He did. Carrasco got around him and got a three-point takedown right at the end of the second period. So Manzer of Riverside trailing in this consolation round match. We'll take a timeout. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back and update you on what's going on here at the John J. Harris Tournament. Back in 2 minutes on KSOM, KS95.
At the Seed Pros, we're more than just your local Pioneer seed dealer. We're a family operation helping you grow profitable success season after season.
My daddy sold chemical, soybeans, and corn.
That's right, Nora. From corn to soybeans to chemicals, we've got trusted Pioneer genetics and local knowledge to maximize profits.
And I get to ride in the tractor.
The Seed Pros, where the next generation is already in the field. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinklin, Nick Knutson, or John Becker. We are with you from the word go.
Remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Call Community Insurance in Audubon today at 712-563-4422 or stop by at 422 Tracy Street in Audubon.
Since 1952, the family-owned Mertz Welding has provided quality welding and fabrication in Carson. They specialize in rebuilding and remanufacturing everything from light to heavy equipment with a variety of machines and welders. There isn't a job Mertz Welding can't handle. For more information, stop in at the shop in the west end of Broadway in Carson or give them a call at 712-484-3821. Mertz Welding is a proud sponsor of Riverside Athletics.
According to the mission statement for Conductix Wampler, they are a leading global provider of energy and data transmission solutions to keep their customers' vital business moving. Basically, they care about the health and well-being of their employees, clients, and the community. Their goal is to do zero harm to the environment, and they understand that as a company, they are only as good as the people they have working for them. Conductix Wampler is a proud supporter of all area students and the community.
But Logan Carraccio leading 3-1 here and riding out Manzer in his final period. 12 seconds left, and Manzer running out of gas. Carraccio just shoving him forward, and Carraccio is going to get the win, and Manzer's tournament is now complete. And day number 1 is now complete of the John J. Harris tournament. Updating you at 215 pounds, Carter Richter of ACGC is the top seed. He won by fall at 53 seconds over Thomas Mickelson of Creston, and Richter moves to the semis. He'll wrestle against Travin Thomas of Atlantic, and he won a nice one over Cutter Frisbee of Central Decatur by fall at 3 minutes. That's technically an upset, with Frisbee ranked or seeded 4th and Thomas seeded 5th. So a mild upset, but Thomas, a sophomore, and he gets his 25th win of the year. Wyatt Bell got a win over Landon Fuller. He knocked off the number 3 seeded Fuller by fall at 2:58. So Bell gets the victory, and he moves into the semifinals. He'll face Jason Morrow of Centerville, who wins by fall at 1:49. And he beat Lonnie Smith of Griswold, who's normally wrestled at heavyweight, but he moved down to 215, at least for now in the tournament. And then at heavyweight, no doubt about it, 285, Ashton Honnold, a winner by fall at 103 over Gabe Gray of Bedford. Honnold's next opponent against Oliver Dykes of Red Oak. He won by fall over Will Burning of Shenandoah at 250. And then Jack Sheeter of ACGC wins by fall at 55 seconds over Cooper Woolsey of Atlantic. And he'll face Gunnar Martwick of Creston, a winner by fall at 217. There you go. That is your quarterfinalists. We've gone through all of them. We'll take another 2-minute break, come back, and we'll update you the team standings after day number 1 and wrap up our coverage of this Friday night from Southwest Valley on KSOM KS 95.
For farm supplies, see Brumley Supplies in Carson. General Farm Supplies, nuts and bolts, just about everything you need to get whatever is broke on your farm fixed. Need a new hydraulic hose belt? Brumley Supply can do that for you. Maybe you just need a couple of adapters or fittings. They can handle that too. Conveniently located just outside of Carson. Give them a call at 402-680-5471. For all your farm supply needs, Brumley Supplies in Carson.
Messina Telephone Company understands that your internet connection should be available when you need it. Some internet providers cut corners by limiting your bandwidth during peak hours. Messina Telephone policy is to have bandwidth in reserve to prevent network congestion. Gaming and streaming video just works better with Messina Telephone's fast, reliable internet service. Call 712-779-2227 or messinatelephone.com. Messina Telephone Company is a proud supporter of CAM Athletics.
Do the right thing, the best thing, do the battery thing. Grab a battery from Atlantic or Audubon Ag & Auto, your full-service, locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts store. Look, you've already had the you need a new battery talk for her car. No need to point fingers, start arguments, or test out the comfort level of that couch again. Why risk waking Precious up at 6 a.m. to jumpstart the car? Talk about a flat tire Friday. Avoid the Monday massacre, stay warm, and keep everyone's morning drama-free with the fresh CarQuest battery from Atlantic and Audubon Ag & Auto.
Where will you be in 2, 5, or even 10 years? Do you dream of a more fulfilling career with greater earning potential? Let Iowa Western help you achieve those goals. This is Cindy Wetterland, Iowa Western Cass County Director, and all of our Iowa Western instructors are dedicated to your learning, growth, and advancement towards reaching your greatest potential. The Atlantic Center offers a
tournament. Chris Varney along with you. Jack McKee's been our videographer here tonight. Michael Scherf, our producer. And we're done with the action on day number one. Record time here today. Incredible. They started it at 4 o'clock, and we're done in 3.5 hours. Incredible. Let's update the team standings after day one. Atlantic has 7 in the semifinals, and they lead with 94 points. Riverside in second with 86.5. ACGC in third with 62. Shenandoah, maybe a surprise for them, in fourth with 59.5. Nonaway Valley fifth with 52. Winterset sixth with 48. Creston seventh at 44.5. Missouri Valley 8th with 41. Wayne 9th with 40. Southwest Valley in 10th place with 36. Centerville 11th with 25. Panorama 12th with 23. 13th place Central Decatur 21.5. 14th Lenox with 21. 15th Clark with 15. Red Oak 16th place with 14.5. 17th place Clarinda with 12.5. 18th place Mount Air with 10. Cam in 19th with 7. Griswold 20th with 6.5. Tri-Center 21st with 5.5. And Bedford brings up the rear in 22nd place with 3 points. So 22 schools here. Haven't seen anything from Denison, Earlham, East Mills, Southwest Iowa, or Washington. They all did not show up for the tournament, probably because of the weather. So, again, we're out of here earlier than we thought, but we're out of here early. And we'll be on the air tomorrow. Heck, tomorrow we thought that the championships would start around 3:30 or 4. It may even start earlier than that tomorrow. But here is the schedule as we've been giving. Weigh-ins are at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. They'll have the coaches meeting at 9:20. And the second round consolation will start at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Then at 11:30, the semifinals and in third round consolations begin. Then they'll have a break for lunch at 1:30, and at 1:45 the consolation semifinals begin, and then at 3 o'clock the fifth and sixth place matches begin, and then scheduled at 4 o'clock the championship and third and fourth place matches will also start. So those are approximate times, but they've been running way ahead, and again the field not as deep as they have been because of the weather, just follow along tomorrow. We'll have reports all throughout the day tomorrow on KSOM and KS95. We'll have live play-by-play coverage on the radio on KS95 of the finals. The Iowa State Cyclone men's basketball games are been moved up, and they're against Oklahoma State. And so instead of a 2 o'clock Cyclone pregame tomorrow on KSOM, they will start at 1 o'clock. For Jack McKee and Michael Scherf, this is Chris Varney signing off. Day number one of the John J. Harris Wrestling Tournament. Good night, everybody, from Corning, Iowa on KSOM and KS95.
Sometimes you got to go left to get it right. Lefties in Messina, to be exact.
Where will you be in 2, 5, or even 10 years? Do you dream of a more fulfilling career with greater earning potential? Let Iowa Western help you achieve those goals. This is Cindy Wetterland, Iowa Western Cass County Director, and all of our Iowa Western instructors are dedicated to your learning, growth, and advancement towards reaching your greatest potential. The Atlantic Center offers a wide variety of college credit coursework with small class sizes to maximize your experience and opportunity to excel. Start working towards your degree by stopping into Iowa Western Cass County Center to change your future today.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.